Now, I want to get personal for a bit. Whenever I prepare and use these herbal remedies, I think of my grandparents. They taught me a good part of these recipes. And right now, I'm reminded that their wisdom and love live on through these time-honored remedies. It's a beautiful way to honor their memory and keep our family traditions alive. For example, when I was young and used to fall over a lot, which I still do, my grandfather used to help me by applying a healing salve on my wounds. And today, I'd like to share this salve recipe with you. I call it Grandpa's Healing Ointment. First, you'll need 4 ounces of infused oil. This is an infused yarrow oil, because I really like that for healing. And you know how to make that by using the recipe from our infused oil video. My grandpa used to make this with dried lavender, yarrow, calendula, and plantain. He did make sure to avoid comfrey, and he was right, because comfrey heals the wounds too fast if it's deep, and it will heal it from the outside in instead of from the inside out if it's at all deep. Now, it's a great healer, and it works great for broken bones and surface wounds, though, so do keep it in mind for those. Now, you'll also need a 1/2 ounce to 1 ounce of beeswax pellets. The amount depends on how thick you want your salve to be. You want 10 to 20 drops of essential oils such as lavender or tea tree, but that's optional. You can add whatever you want depending on what uses you want. And a double boiler and some small tins to put the salve into. Glass jars also work. All right, let's get to work. Now start by adding your infused oil and your beeswax to the pot. Simply stir the infused oil and the beeswax together. You can use any type of infused oil you like. I like yarrow and plantain and calendula mixed together. That's a great one for this one. Continue to heat and stir until the wax melts. So all we have in here is infused oil and beeswax. We're stirring until it's thoroughly mixed. And once it's thoroughly mixed, we're going to remove it from the heat, test our consistency, and add the essential oil. Okay, so this is now off. I like the consistency. And I'm going to add a few drops of lavender oil. You can also use fresh lavender, 1 drop for each ounce, so that will be 8 ounces. So 8 drops. All right. Smells so good. Remember to always add your essential oils at the end so it doesn't all heat up and the volatility of the essential oils don't go. So now we're going to pour the cooled but still soft salve into the containers, and just going to use a tin. You can use a glass jar, and you can leave it here on the counter, or if you want, you can put it in the fridge if you want it to harden more quickly. Now we simply pour our salve. I usually do this down, but I want to show you. You can fill it right to the rim, and now we're going to let this salve harden. That metal does get hot. All right, now we're gonna let it harden, and you can use your salve on a clean cut or a wound or add it to bandages. I really hope you found this recipe useful and that you pass it on to your loved ones as my grandpa did with me. Again, it's simply infused oil with whatever herbs you want. I like to use yarrow, plantain, and calendula for this one, as did my grandpa. Some lavender essential oil, or use some dried lavender, beeswax, and simply your double boiler. Again, I hope you found this useful and that you're ready to make salves at your home, just like I did with my grandpa.